Welcome back, everyone. Once again, we're here in the Beer Thriller's office for another Futurama episode review. If you just watched our short, we just posted up on Instagram. We just cracked open the Katan Red IPA by Brewery. A special sneak preview they gave us of the beers they're going to be having at their 4th anniversary celebration this Saturday. You can check out the article I also wrote about their anniversary celebration. You can see that on our blog page. So let's dive into the Futurama episode. First, a sip or so. Delicious red IPA. Brewery Fire is a great brewery in Taneytown, Maryland. If you get a chance in that area, check them out. Great brewery, cool staff, neat little spot next to a bowling alley. Beautiful mural in the back, so check that out. Alright, let's dive into this. So, Futurama, Season 11, Episode 6, I Know What You Did Next, XMas. This is their Robot Santa episode, and it absolutely nailed it. Home run out of the park. Probably my favorite episode of this season. So far, anyway. I mean, obviously. We're now 6 episodes in. Technically, at this point, when you're probably watching this, we're 9 episodes in. But chronologically, we're 6 episodes in. It's a fun-filled episode, straight throughout. The premise is great. Professor goes back in time to fix Robot Santa. He then comes back. They all are happy. Santa's better. Amy, goes off with Kif and the babies. Fry and Leela hang out in the sewers with her family. Hermes goes with Barbara and Dwight. Professor hangs out with Cubert. And that leaves Zoidberg and Bender by themselves back at Planet Express. And so they get up into shenanigans and drinking and all that stuff. And they go thinking they're going into the future or past. And they're going to make Santa evil again. So that way everyone wants to hang out with them again, and they won't be lonely. Crux of the episode is Bender doesn't want to admit he is friends with Zoidberg. Zoidberg's just being Zoidberg. As it turns out, they went into the future because Zoidberg doesn't know time travel. He's not a time travel guy. And they kill Santa, but in the future. They thought they accidentally killed Santa in the past when they went to do stuff, and here they killed him in the future. And it actually ends up that they did the right thing, and they did the correct thing, because when Professor went back in the past, he accidentally is the reason why Robot Santa's bad, instead of Robot Santa's good. It was a neat little flip of things. It was using the time travel trope well. Futurama pretty much nails time travel, usually when they do it. There's probably a few occasions when they don't, but overall, I just enjoyed the episode. The animation is good. Bender and Zoidberg's little, friendship is really great. The jokes land, I think, really well. There's nothing that really stands out to me as anything unfunny. I enjoy all their bits, all their jokes. Zoidberg not wanting, or Bender not wanting Zoidberg to know that they're enjoying each other's company. The little antics they get into once they accidentally did kill Santa. There's just little bits. There's also neat little family moments that each family has. They each have their own turducken way of preparing it. I think the sewer one's the best because it actually wants to die and it hops into the boiling pot. But overall, it was just a fun, everyone has a good time episode. Like, you have all these different bits and pieces and things, and it all works together. I will say, like, it's not, I don't think fully relying on nostalgia, but I think I can see why maybe some might say that, and how, like, some of the episodes of the season are doing that, like with Kif and Amy's babies now being born, and relying on, like, certain, like, hey, remember this? But I don't think it really does. I don't think this is that bad of it. I don't think there's moments where I'm like, oh, it's Member Berries, the movie, or Member Berries, the Futurama episode. I just don't think it's like that. I think some of the topical humor in some of the other episodes is kind of bad, but I don't think it's egregious or horrible. I think people just want to kind of latch onto like a few things why they might not be liking it. And I think this season isn't horrible, but it's not fantastic and it's not great. So people are trying to figure out why it's like a mid like season, like everything's just kind of middle of the road. Like nothing's great, nothing's horrible, nothing's fantastic, nothing is blowing my mind away. This episode is probably the best of the season, though. Like, I mean, I'm gonna have to give the whole season like a thorough like watch each episode down the line just to kind of give it. But like, I don't think I've given an episode higher than like a 7-ish, like one of my ratings. I have to take a look at my rating chart on the blog, and I'll post it when I do this video for the blog. But this will probably get an 8, maybe 8, like 0.5 even. Like, this is gonna probably be the highest rated so far this season. I do enjoy the Robot Santa episodes almost every time they've had them. Like, it's just one of those fun gimmicks that they've had. And they have, like, Futurama has such good, strong core gimmicks they can use. And I think sometimes they don't use it quite effectively, or sometimes they just don't use it as often as they probably could. But I do like it when they do, and I think this one was done well. I think this will probably be one of the ones that people are going to go back to and enjoy. Like, future, like, I'll watch that episode, I'll skip these couple from the season. I'll watch that one, I'll skip these couple of the season. I think this one's definitely going to be one people will want to rewatch. I think there's just lots of little bits in it that just make it collectively good. Like, like Bender and Zoidberg rolling on the Santa and like I guess it'd be like the New York Bay or whatever it is there, and it's just good humor and just like the whole catchphrase of like I know what you did last summer type thing, but in this case it's I know what you did next Xmas, and the note and the plot behind that is that like Santa's gonna out Bender for being friends with Zoidberg is kind of like a funny twist on it, and the fact that like it kind of ties things up. So like if they don't ever do another Robot Santa episode, it's not gonna be the horrible end of it because they did kind of wrap it up, and that's good. We also get Mark Hamill back as Hanukkah Zombie, and we get Coolio back as Kwanzaa and I believe this is like his last credited role for anything, like, period, before he passed away. So it's really kind of cool to get this last moment with him. And, like, the little ending, like, rap song, like the 12 Days of Christmas thing is really good. And it's kind of fitting, like, his final line then is, I just did this just for a voice acting credit. So it's kind of, I guess, fitting in that. And I feels like a nice little tribute end to Coolio in a way. I don't really think I can really badmouth anything about this episode. I don't think I can say a bad thing, like a nitpick or criticism. I'm sure there's probably something if I really like go back and rewatch it and like look for something. But I don't think there's anything I can really pinpoint out like, hey, that's not good. No bueno, as they say. But overall, I enjoyed it. I think it was a wonderful, fun episode. I just think it was had the good, wholesome bit that Futurama has been known for. I think it had the funny bits that we obviously are tuning into Futurama for. And it used that old bit that, like the Robot Santa and stuff, and in a new creative way and it built on past things, like with that backwards time machine now being fitted to be able to go forward in time again and stuff like that. That just ties the universe together into like this neat, cohesive like piece where like they use this from this episode, this from that episode, this from this episode, that from that episode, and it makes a great cohesive whole. And I enjoy that, especially in Futurama when they do it. Like I said, I'm gonna probably give it an 8.5 out of 10. Definitely, I'd say suggest this is like one of the ones to watch out of the season. I hopefully will jump back on soon to be able to get the next couple episodes out. I know in actuality we're now up to episode 9 by the time I'm filming this, and this is episode 6, so I'm like 3 episodes behind. I'm working there, I'm getting there between work, kids, also doing the Ahsoka reviews for Drew's Nights of Nostalgia. I'm a bit behind, but we'll get there. We're working on it. Beer Thrillers is, we got a lot of stuff on our plate, but we're hitting them and we're getting there. So make sure you check out the blog, thebeerthrillers.com. Check out our YouTube channel for all these things. I just posted like a short about the pouring of this beer a little bit ago. And hop over to my friend's Nights of Nostalgia YouTube page and his Facebook page, because we've been doing Ahsoka episode reacts, because we were going into each episode without having watched it and jumping in and reacting to it as we watch it. So lots of stuff, lots of content coming at you guys. I appreciate everyone coming in. I appreciate all the likes, the shares, the follows, any comments, criticisms, whatever. Launch it at me. I know these are kind of like rough, like video things, and I'm just kind of doing it one little like phone camera and just kind of doing it quick shots here in my office, but I don't really have any video editing skills or nothing, so this is what you're going to get till I really learn more stuff and until our budget kind of increases and stuff like that. So here's where we're at, and we're working on things, so let us know in the comments if there's things you want to see, if any ideas you got. We're always, there to hear it. Thank you for tuning in. Cheers from the Beer Thrillers. Such a good IPA. And see you next time, guys.